YouTube. Here we have another post from the Facebook group, I Regret Having Children. I won't read the whole thing, but to summarize it, it looks like this woman claims she has never wanted children, but her husband of 15 years wanted kids so badly. She wanted to have an abortion after finding out that she was pregnant with twins, but decided to keep the children after pressure from her husband, his family, and his friends. Now, due to the rise of cost of living, the woman, her husband, and the twins had to move to a more affordable city away from the same family and friends that were giving her pressure to keep the baby, which is no fault of their own. You know, everybody gets excited about, a brand new baby coming into the world. Everybody celebrates it, as if it's some awesome thing. And to be honest, even though I've always somewhat was against procreation, and it used to excite me too, because I love kids. I love babies. I love children just as much as any natalist or any breeder out there, So now, due to the fact that, they moved away from, family and friends, this woman is now stating that she is unhappy and miserable. She had to leave her dream career. She had to quit her job because of, the health issues and, the effects of it on her body. I can't imagine what a set of twins would do to a woman's body, because I've seen women whose body was completely ruined after just one child. So I can't even imagine what a set of twins would do to a woman's body. And, now she's talking about she's miserable. The kids cry all day long, and she's probably exhausted, not getting any sleep, not getting any breaks. Her husband is probably working to death because he now has a family of 4 that he has to take care of. And, she is stating that this is a nightmare. And, I'm making this video, and I know that, sometimes I have people that come into the comments and they ask, why do you care so much? This doesn't really affect your life. These people are clueless. The people who make those kinds of comments are absolutely clueless, because they don't understand the snowball effect and how the human life cycle works. The children will be directly affected by feeling the negative energy from their mother, especially if she's breastfeeding them or feeding them. Even if she's just pumping the milk from her breast, that energy is transmuted to them and they can feel it. Okay, that's why they feed off each other, because they feel each other's energy and they feel her energy. So when we hear about serial killers, we experience narcissistic people, we experience angry, sad, depressed people, school shooters. We have no idea where that negative energy initially started. We have no clue. So, yeah, it does affect everybody. It may be indirectly, it may be directly, but it affects everybody when children are born into the world to mothers who are exhausted, tired, and didn't even really want them to begin with. When you hear about a parent, a mother or a father killing their child, we have no idea what drove people to that point. We have no clue. So with this post, I suggest that regardless if you're a male or female, never allow a spouse or a potential spouse to pressure you into having children. Okay? It's much better to just remain single. I know a lot of people, due to the fact that, we're human and we need human interaction, a lot of people are afraid and terrified of being alone. And if you go through my page, you will see that I have made several videos about this topic. It's much better to be alone than to be in this situation now where you are completely miserable, even though you are surrounded by people, you're surrounded by children, you're surrounded by a husband or a wife, but you're miserable. I would rather have my peace of mind than to be in a situation where, because of my codependency, I am now miserable. Get rid of your codependent programming. I had to do it. I did it through deep, deep sleep hypnosis and therapy. You shouldn't even start a relationship with anyone who wants a child, let alone marry them. See, I come out the gate with that question. Do you want kids? When I meet a man that's interested in me, do you want children? Because I don't. So if you do, you got to go. You have to go to the left, honey. You have to find somebody who wants kids, who wants to be a servant for the rest of their life. That's not what I want at all. Also, please get it out of your head that it takes a village to raise a child and you will have a village, because the majority of the time, and in the reality of most of these situations, the work will be mostly on the parents, especially the mother. Especially because of the deterioration of her body and health. So like this anonymous poster stated at the end, please don't let anyone convince you to have kids. Matter of fact, let me convince you not to have kids. Just go through my page. It's really not worth starting a life. Yes, it's worth continuing life if you already exist, if you're already here. And by no means am I against suicide. I'm not against suicide at all. But if you're here already, it is definitely worth continuing your life if you feel that you have a future. But it's not worth starting a life at all. This is not no utopia that we're living in here. So having a child because they're cute and they're cuddly and they're going to do this for you and do that for you, it's really selfish. It's really, really selfish. Just stop it. Stop it. And just to go through the comments a little bit, people are saying this is tragic, hoping that it improves for her. And it probably won't improve for her for a very long time, unfortunately. It probably won't improve for her. This post is saying, I'm really sorry this happened, but it seems clear to me your husband nor these friends and family loved you enough to actually provide tangible assistance on the backside of what you describe with your pregnancy. And to be honest, there's not much friends and family can do for you. Their job is to hype you up. Okay, their job is to be a normal, regular human being that gets happy about the birth of a baby. That's all their job really is. There is no village that's going to help you with your child. This comment said, run away. It wasn't your dream. It was your husband's dream. So let him live his own dream and be happy. And I totally agree. I don't think she should run away completely, but I think she should definitely, rest as much as she can. And then in the end, once she feels like she's recuperated her health, tell her husband that he needs to become a part-time employee while she goes out and get her dream career back. And he can stay home with these kids that he wanted so much. I don't think she should completely leave her children. I mean, she did bring them into the world. They didn't ask to be brought here. So why should they be abandoned? And I love this comment right here by Binyan Ogar. Generally, men would want kids but won't even put in the work to help in hands-on raising them. All they care is for a child to continue their non-existent legacy. And I've made plenty of videos about that damn word legacy. People have it in their minds that a legacy means popping out a bunch of kids. And that's not what a legacy is about. And Heather here says exactly what I just said. I always made sure to tell the guy I was dating very early on, I don't want kids. I don't foresee that changing. So if they want kids, then this won't work. It won't work. I wish you the best of luck. You could be as fine as you want. You can have the biggest dick. You can work the dick as good as you want. I don't care about any of that. You can have all the money in the world. I don't care about none of that. I don't want kids. So you got to go and find exactly what you're looking for in life. And see, this comment by Howard shows exactly why children don't need to be brought into existence to a woman who's just going to be miserable. This is why I wish my mom had an abortion. I'm an only child and she was a single mom. And her quality of life would have been so much better if she didn't have to raise me. You know, people end up feeling like, you know, there was some burden to someone when they didn't even ask to be here. Do you know how fucked up that feeling is? All right, YouTube, I'm out.